I like to clean up the garden late winter, pretty much so I can leave everything for the birds, the seed pods, and all of those things that the birds love. But I like to clean up the garden before your tulips or daffodils, as you see, they're just starting to come up in front of me. So over here, if you wait till late winter, the hosta foliage has died back. If you do it earlier, then you're going to have to use a knife or shears. What I like to do is go in the garden, and I usually wear rubber gloves or regular gloves, and you're just going to go in this time of year and pull the foliage or dead or dying foliage off. And these are daylilies right here in front of me. So what I'm doing is cleaning up the daylilies. Now the other reason you might want to clean up the garden is daylilies and hosta may have some fungal or disease issues. So by cleaning up the garden, you're getting rid of all of that foliage. Let's say you have aphids and things like that. Also, cleaning up the garden helps eliminate that. So I'm just going to come in, clean up the foliage, and over here I have hosta. And again, I like to do this before they begin to grow. And once that is done, you can come in and get rid of the leaves. And if you have a compost pile, you can put this in your compost pile. Sometimes a leaf blower also will work quite well. Now it's ready to use a pre-emergent or a mulch. And I like to use pine mulch, shredded pine. I like fresh shredded pine, not too coarse and not really fine. But since I don't have any, I'm going to use cedar shavings. And I have found that cedar shavings are great. Cedar lasts a long time. So you come in. Usually you're going to use 2 to 3 inches of a mulch, and I just like to come in and you can go right over the plants if it's only 2 to 3 inches. And it's just that easy. Now there's another plant that you can shear, and that is liriope, and I'm going to show you that in a second. I like to grow what I call the clump forming liriope. This is not the invasive type of ground cover that you see that spreads and spreads and spreads. Right in front of me here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clumps. They've been here for 20 years and they keep their shape. They're great to use as a border, and beautiful flowers late in the season. So you're just going to come in and, sometimes you'll use hedge trimmers. Sometimes I like to use a razor, and I like to prune these back before new growth. New growth starts at the base and comes up. Once you get the new growth, then you damage that when you're cutting them back. So I like to come in and just prune them back. Just be careful, whatever tools and equipment you use. Now, remember, it's also a great time in late winter, early spring, you can divide these. But you're just going to come through just like that. And it's a great garden plant, easy to grow. It can handle some sun, and it also likes bright shade. Join me next time in the garden.
Email your garden questions to Viette@viette.com.